Joe, it's been a busy week. You or me, me or you. We both weren't here. Us wasn't here last week.
Yeah.
You was out of town.
Yep.
I got sick a little bit, and
I
so
even got sick while I was out of town. So
yeah,
that's us.
that is us. That is us. And so Mark and Florence did a good job holding it down last week. But I heard she was kind of mean to Mark on the radio.
Yeah. That's even watching the playback. I was like, man, she's really giving it to him.
She was so mean, in fact, that communications put her on the 1 week suspension. So she'll be back for regular season starting next week, I think.
Yeah, new season.
New season
Episode one. New
episode one. But man, we missed a lot last week because the election happened and history was kind of made there. We've got two duly elected women in office serving as principal chief and assistant chief now, or they will be when they get sworn in. And then last week, Mika went with the Historic Preservation Office to Florida. That was a whole issue, and it's not an issue, but
Was you worried at all?
I wasn't worried at all.
What about the mom?
I was more worried about Florida because when I seen, Mika was there for a week. When she left, they had hurricane warnings starting to happen, and I was like, man, these poor people in Florida can't catch a break with my daughter there for a week and then hurricane warnings. So,
your
but
daughter,
no,
your daughter brought her own hurricane with her.
man, she is her own hurricane. But shout out to HBO. I heard all the childrens that went and all the young ones that went had a good time, and then that company that helped sponsor it, Adola as well. They did a good job. So, Mado. And then today, have you heard about today? You want me to be more specific? I see that look in your face.
Yeah, I want to.
So today, between like 4 and 8.
Meteor shower.
No,
Oh.
no. Downburst. Have you ever heard of a downburst?
I don't even know it.
Widespread, localized downburst and microburst between 4 and 8. That means
It's
you
rain.
could be
It's rain.
walking down the road and get hit with a 70-mile-per-hour wind, or poosh, just like that, might push you down.
Oh, okay, so it's not rain.
No, there could be rain too, but they said storms will go up fast in 100-degree heat and collapse fast. And so there will be lots of localized 50-mile-per-hour to 75-mile-per-hour wind events. This is particularly hazardous to aviation and should be avoided. So don't be trying to go Stigini mode. And
Can't chase storms today. Can't go chase no storms today, huh?
can't, yeah, you just better be watching out. You might be walking out and get hit by a bird that's coming down. You
Man.
never know. You might get pushed. You might think some of the employee fiction might be out there pushing you. It ain't that employee
Jeremy, you
fiction.
gonna push me over later and be like, it's the microburst.
Well, anyway, other than that, Joe, you went out to where, Arizona last week too?
Oh no, I went to New Mexico.
New Mexico.
I was in Albuquerque for the IJA conference. It's the Indigenous Journalism Association. They had a media conference out there, and then it was just a good workshop. You just go out there and you rub elbows. You meet new people.
I hope
and
y'all had lotion on.
A lot of people didn't. I got a lot of scratches on my elbows. But overall, it was a good event. Wednesday was fun. Thursday, actually, the famous thing out that way is that green chili burger.
Oh yeah.
And so I ate one of those, and I'm not, if you're not from that area, or if you're not just from a specific area, it's going to mess with you if you're not used to it. And so Thursday, I didn't really. Thursday, I was hurting.
It's
but
like
it's
any
all right.
kind of
Yeah,
green chili.
yeah. Thursday, I was just in my hotel room. But
That's all right.
Yeah,
We don't
yeah,
need to know.
Friday
We don't need to know.
Friday was still the same thing. It was a good time. I know.
God, you was out there all week then.
All week, yeah. I got out there Tuesday evening and stayed out there until about Friday afternoon and came back home. And then I didn't even get to really come back home. I got home, I fed my dogs, let my dogs outside, and then I got back in the car and drove up to Tahlequah because I also went camping with my siblings and a few of my cousins at the up in the Illinois River. Went and floated and everything. So it finally feels good to be back at home in my own bed. Yeah.
I must say the office was quiet without you there.
It sounded like it was a boring time last week.
We got work done. We was ready. We're ready for Seminole Nation
But
Days.
now that I'm here, we're gonna get a lot more done. You know.
We'll see.
Okay, moving on.
So this Sunday, it's already towards the end of August. It's going to be August 24th, and that means the church is having their fourth uh, Sunday church service dates are Butler Creek, Cedar Creek, Eufaula, Grave Creek, Greenleaf, Hajiti, Nuyaka, Randall Mission, Sand Creek, Tallahassee, the Wathley, Tokpafka, Dagabuchi, Tuskegee, and Wewoka Indian Baptist. Also, we talk about the ones that have started their journey, and this week we want to pause for a moment of silence to remember those members of the community that their family's going through a hard time right now, and um, struggling maybe just a little bit. And so we just want to remember them in your thoughts and your prayers. And at this time, we're going to go ahead and pause for a moment of silence. All right, Mado and Mado. All right, moving on here to government. We usually always start off with what's happening in the government side of things here at Seminole Nation, and with the quarterly meeting coming up here soon, and what do you call it, swearing ins. There are some announcements here for newly elected council members. And so it says, please email your contact information to the General Council Secretary to receive your council packet and other needed items. Per the policy, the election board's not able or not allowed to give out personal information or contact information. I think communications ran into that when you always trying to do your get to know your candidates. You had to kind of come across that information on your own. And so kind of the same thing here with the newly elected council members. Reach out and send your information to the General Council Secretary at gcsecretary@sno-nsn.gov. And so then that way they can start getting everything sent out to y'all.
Alrighty, and with the quarterly council meeting approaching, we also have band meetings coming up as well. The Miccosukee Band will be having a band meeting on August 21st at 6:30 to elect band officers and council representatives. The meeting will also be updating and voting in the new band bylaws at OAP, not at the OAP building. This just came in this morning. It will not be at the OAP building. It is now going to be at the North Community Building, August 21st at 6:30. Again, that's the North Community Building, not the OAP building.
Man, that conference you went to is really paying off. It helped you really read that really well.
Man, I almost stuttered. Did you hear it? I almost stuttered.
And then another band meeting announcement. The Tazagaya Harjo Band will be having a meeting next Thursday evening on August 21st. I guess that will be this Thursday evening now. August 21st from 6 to 8 at the new council house. Again, that's this Thursday, August 21st, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the new council house. The meeting will be to fill the vacancy spot for the band's council reps.
And then also, the 2025 Seminole Nation Days is approaching. It will be held from September 18th to the 21st, and it is open to the public. Come join us to, come join us with events such as, the parade, the slow pitch and fast pitch tournaments, the fishing derby, the princess pageant. We got cornhole, elder games, the annual stomp dance, arts and food vendors, free carnival rides, and a free live concert. So, make sure you come out and come join us and celebrate and have a good time and fellowship and bring your families. And it's going to be a good time.
Man, the mission looks so good out there. The food area with the covered part there where you can eat, all that's going to be visited by me during that weekend. And so always have a good time out there. Also, if you are wanting to be a vendor applications are now available for 2025 Seminole Nation Days. Visit the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma website to view the rules and regulations, as well as downloading the vendor application. You're not quite sure what the website is. It is www.sno-n TSN.gov. G-U-V. Oh, wait, G-U-V.
G-O-V.
G-O-V.
G-O-V. .gov.
Or for more information, contact 405-257-7241 or 405-257-7242.
And then we also are looking for some parkers. The Seminole Nation Days of 2025 are needing parkers. They need at least 30 parkers for all 3 days, which will be September 19th through the 21st. You must bring your own chair, must be 18 years or older, paid after your shift is over, must have a valid photo ID. So if you're interested, stop by the Food and Distribution Building to apply or to pick up an application, and that is located at the Miccosukee Mission. For more information, you can contact 405-257-7236.
Yeah, but that's always a tough job. They're out there in that sun and the heat, and they always put in some long hours, but getting paid right afterwards and being able to go out to eat or whatever after.
And they do a great job.
They do a phenomenal job.
Like, they don't even let employees in sometimes, That's how good they do it. I can't knock them for it because they just do such a great job, and it's hilarious to me when that happens. Because it's happened to me twice now, 2 years in a row.
Okay. You don't really look like an employee some days, though, Joe.
Yeah. Especially during Nation Days, pulling up. They probably think I'm just a normal tribal member or something. Yeah.
All right, and then also for the latest information on the Seminole Nation Days that's approaching, also to stay up to date during Nation Days, there is a Facebook page. So if you go to facebook.com// Seminole Nation Days, just spell it out and everything. You'll see the picture on there. It says coming soon, September 18th through the 21st. I believe this year there's going to be a lot more live coverage, and so at least that's what it sounds like in some of the preliminary meetings. A lot more live coverage going on, and so if you want to see some of the live things happening, I believe it's going to take place right there on the Seminole Nation Days Facebook page.
And I know you just shouted out, the Seminole Nation Days Facebook page, but we also had something come in last week that I feel needs to be announced. The Seminole Nation Days 5K 1 mile walk will be held at Legion Park in Seminole, Oklahoma on September 20th. Registration begins at 7 a.m., and then the 1 mile walk begins at 8 a.m., and then the 5K will begin at 8:15. For more information, you can call 405-652-1167.
All right, good deal. And I think that's pretty much it so far for Nation Day stuff. We do have an announcement on the Princess Pageant coming up, but also from the communications. Oh, where are we at? Chair aerobics.
Yeah, we got some.
Come on, producer.
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah. So the CHR and diabetes program, they still are doing chair aerobics every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. It'll be held at New Life Church. Classes start on August 5th through October 30th. Register in person at the Trafigny Wellness Center or via email, or you can also call 405-652-1167.
All right, Joe, I'm going to put you on the spot on this one. So the Seminole Nation Food and Nutrition Services put out a flyer, and it says, let's make, and I'll spell it for you, F as in Frank, O-C-A-C-C-I-A. What are they making, Joe?
Man. F-O-C-A-C-C-I-A.
Yep.
Focaccia?
Close. So let's make a focaccia.
Oh.
Join Teresa for a hands-on cooking demonstration. They'll practice making focaccia, talk about variations, and taste some fresh baked focaccia. And that's going to be on Tuesday, August 19th. That is today at 1 p.m. So after lunch, go get you some of that nice fresh focaccia. 405-257-7236 if you have any questions.
That is a hard word. How do you know you're saying it right?
So I had to type it into Google and have them pronounce it for me.
Focaccia.
No, it's focaccia.
Focaccia, yeah.
Focaccia.
Focaccia.
I had to spell it Muskogee way
Yeah.
to get it right.
Yeah. I was like, that sounds very Muskogee word type like. But all right, then moving forward, the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Higher Education Department will be having we'll be doing if we can't make it in on the regular business hours, they also will be doing extended hours. Their extended hour dates for the fall semester will be August 14th, which already passed. So the next one would be September 19th, and then after that would be September 10th, and they will be open from 5 to 7 p.m. each night. For more information, you can call 405-241-6801.
All right, and then also scholarship applications. The fall 2025 scholarship is available. Also, students that need workstations to fill out applications. It's that time. Kids are going back to school, and so you might need a workstation. Those are now available at higher ed as well. And then also, if you're looking to get your GED, Seminole Nation Adult Education, classes are open to the public, but only Seminole tribal members have their testing fees covered. And so, any questions regarding any of that, give Dana a call back at 405-241-6801. Did that word come out right?
End of that.
Any of that?
End of that.
Any of that?
End of that.
I might need to attend that training that you went to, Joe.
End of that. This might mess me up now. So we have a huge announcement from the Housing Authority of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma. On August 13th, a ceremonial groundbreaking hosted by the Housing Authority of the Seminole Nation took place for a housing addition featuring 22 new single-family homes. The Seminole Olga... Oh, what is that, Jeremy? Your language.
Seminole Legata.
Yeah, housing addition sits at 35565 East West 1190 Road in Seminole, Oklahoma. Board members, Seminole Nation Council members were in attendance along with Chief Lewis Johnson, Assistant Chief Brian T. Palmer, and Chief-elect Sina Yeslith and Assistant Chief-elect Sheila Harjo. Executive Director of the Housing Authority, Chelsea Fish, opened the ceremony by welcoming those in attendance. Lisa Cobb, Chairwoman of the Board of Commissioners for the Housing Authority, shared a few words along with the general contractor of the project, Andy Jordan of the Black Gold Solutions. And you can view the full post. I'm sorry, but that is way too long. You can view the full post on the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Facebook page and check out the photos as well. Good job, Mark.
All right. And then also, the Housing Authority of Seminole Nation of Oklahoma does have some openings available. So the Boys and Girls Club is still looking for a chief executive officer or CEO to lead that organization, and also an account tech too, and a part-time homeowner assistance manager. So if you're interested in any of those, and a part-time program coordinator position that's open. So if you're interested in any of those positions, you can call 405-257-6604 or email the administrative officer at hasnock.org.
Alrighty, then we got an announcement from the Judgment Fund. The Seminole Nation ARPA clothing program is now open, accepting applications that started on July 1st and will go until September 30th. Must be a Seminole Nation tribal member. $200 clothing Visa card for each member pre-K, 4 years old through 12th grade. In order to make the process faster, please ensure all information on the application is complete. This includes the full social security number and the last 6 digits of the clothing card. Incomplete applications will not be processed and will be returned. Disbursements are based on availability of funds. For more information, contact 405-382-0541 or 405-257-7200, extension 9827.
Man, Joe, I can tell a difference in your presentation from last week to this week. It just seems like that conference has really raised your professionalism. I mean, you're just nailing it all. Just
I got to show out, man. I got to show out.
Putting them those department funds to use going to that conference like that.
It was a good one. It was a good one.
Man, I feel like I need to up my game now. So, the Seminole Nation Light Horse now hiring certified officers. $5,000 sign-on bonus. Apply at SNO-NSN.gov. And so, if you're wanting to be a light horse, go apply.
Alrighty then, and then you mentioned the Princess Committee earlier with Seminole Nation Days coming up. Uh, you are invited to the annual Seminole Nation Princess Pageant on Thursday, September 18th at 6:30. It'll be held at Seminole State College at the Kelly Haney Center. Everyone is welcome to attend.
And that segue too is
You
top
like that? You
notch.
like that transition? I don't even know what segue means, but that transition was there, boy.
That you're right on it. Also, from the Seminole Nation royalty, their princess closet is looking for patchwork dresses, patchwork skirts, ribbon skirts, or material in all shapes and sizes to be added to a closet that current and future Seminole princesses would wear. So if you can donate, please contact Jessica Helms at 405 683 0033.
Boom. And moving forward, your favorite part of the show, Jeremy, the OAP menu and what they will be having this week. Say something. Yeah. Jeremy, what will they be having this week?
This week, so today is the 19th, so if you go up there right now, you're going to get chicken Alfredo, steamed broccoli, breadstick, and fruit. Tomorrow is just like Otholobi Mujazi, black-eyed peas with ham, cornbread, cherry cobbler. Thursday, Frito chili pie and some jello. And then Friday, wait for it, ribs. You don't even need to know what the rest of it is on Friday because ribs should say enough. But for everyone that's not familiar, ribs, baked beans, potato salad, and a brownie.
There you go, yeah.
How can they get that, Joe?
Going to the OAP?
So people 55 and older can get the free lunch at OAP. If you're 54 and under or under 55, you can get the best meal on the res for $7 cash only.
That's right.
I take back all my compliments from earlier.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. There's a lot going on right now in the studio, and I'm getting overstimulated right now. Moving on. The Seminole Nation of Oklahoma has been accepting LIHEAP cooling assistance applications. Applications will be accepted at 36646 Highway 270, Awoka, Oklahoma, 748884 at the Social Services Office by mail, fax, or the Social Services drop box.
Good deal. And then also from Tribal Court, you are invited. Honoring the Path, the Gathering for Healing and Hope, hosted by the Seminole Nation Tribal Court. Let's see, that's going to be Friday, August 22nd from 10 to 12 at the Tribal Court there in Wewoka at 206 East 2nd Street. They are inviting our elders and cultural leaders to join them for a powerful conversation about helping our Native youth and adults on their path to healing, wellness, and restoration. It says, let's walk this path together.
Alrighty, then jumping to our community news, we have the Muskogee, Okanaga, Mahia, Mr. Joe Coon, which will be held every Tuesday from 6:30 to 8:30 at Cromwell Indian Community Center. And Jeremy, where is the Cromwell Indian Community Center located?
Cromwell.
Where?
North side of Cromwell.
On what side of the road?
On the west side of the road, sir.
And you can't what? You can't miss it.
Can't miss it.
Can't miss it. Alrighty. Go ahead, Jeremy. Go ahead.
I didn't know where he was going with that.
Neither did I. You hyped me up the whole show, and I just ruined it right there.
Nah, you haven't ruined it. All right, and so now that we're coming to the end of the show, we do have some birthdays out there. So Lisa Douglas, Tracy York, Big Trey Dog, Sandra Harley, Dana Factor from Higher Ed, Justice Tallamassie, Christy Harjo, Minnie Hopper, Augie Francis, Hada Dija Thomas, and then some notables. Last week, we missed it, so I don't know if Mark or Flo got to it or not. But Reverend Jimmy Anderson, 93 years old. Happy birthday, Reverend Jimmy Anderson. Also, a big fan of the show, the Little Miss of Seminole Nation, Emma Wise, turned 9 years old. So happy 9th birthday, Miss Emma Wise. One of these days, she keeps begging to be a guest on the show, Mark, so we're going to have to bring her on before the end of her reign. And then also happy anniversary out there to Dougie and Carrie Isaacs, 31 years. And so congratulations on that. But any other birthdays?
No.
Man, that said very confidently there. All right, so anything else that we need to share?
I think we're good. Yeah.
Seminole Nation Days is close. Make sure you pay attention to the announcements. I'm sure we'll have a headliner announced soon. You can catch the rebroadcast of this radio show on the Facebook page, YouTube, and tribal website. SNO-NSN.gov for the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma every Wednesday around 8 p.m. If you have news or announcements you want to share on the Community and Events Facebook page, please email the communications staff at seminolemedia@gmail.com or call 405-652-7251 and talk to Angela. And as always, tune in every Tuesday at 11 a.m. right here on KWSH 97.7 FM or the legendary 1260 a.m. and streaming live to the millions on KWSHradio.com worldwide. For me, Jeremy Fultz, and the new and improved Josiah Bender, Mado and Jihi Jahli.